Greetings and welcome to the July 2024 edition of the Fraser Valley Presale Pulse, bringing you the latest real estate intelligence on the Valley's presale and resale marketplace over the past 30 days. I'm Susanna Gonsalves.
And I'm Brittany Rapper.
Today we are filming in the Bassano by Boffo Sales Gallery. Bassano is the new master plan community by Boffo coming soon to the Brentwood neighborhood. This is a truly unique and special offering here.
Indeed, Suze, this truly is an exceptional offering by Boffo. The level of design detail in the homes is outstanding, and that's on top of the Italian craftsmanship and materials that they brought in, such as Bertazzoni appliances, including gas range, Italian cabinetry, and the Jesse plumbing fixtures. They also have their signature built-in wardrobe system and much more. You need to see it to really appreciate it and believe it. The small details are all here. Be sure to book your preview appointment today.
I couldn't have said it better myself. All right, let's talk about the Fraser Valley market.
I appreciate the enthusiasm, Suze, and it's well-deserved. The majority of the project launches took place in the last month in the Fraser Valley, another monthly decrease in terms of projects that came to market, but nonetheless, 7 projects began their sales campaign throughout June in the Valley. In terms of product types, there have been 2 townhouse projects, 4 wood frame condo developments, and 1 concrete tower that came to market over the month, releasing just over 1,000 homes into the Fraser Valley.
Yeah, that's a significant number of units entering the market. Developers continue to show resilience during these slower times and a willingness to launch projects instead of postponing them.
Yeah, and that's not an easy feat, Suze. Buyers remain on the sidelines, a phrase we're hearing a lot, and developers are pulling out all the stops to get traffic into their presentation centers. Elaborate realtor events, extended preview periods, public grand openings, early bird buyer realtor incentives, phasing projects, and low deposit structures, just to name a few of the tactics that we're seeing in a long laundry list of tactics.
Yeah, I think some of the more affordable price points in the Valley have garnered a lot of attention, but what do you think the most successful tactic is?
Yeah, well, we all appreciate a really good event, especially for the complimentary food and drinks. Buyers ultimately base their decisions on the perceived highest value of the program, focusing on final pricing and considering incentives and deposit structures. In today's market, these incentives are offered in various packages, but ultimately the overall value tends to be comparable. It's up to the buyer to carefully consider all their options, choose according to their must-haves, and I find developer reputation is certainly on the forefront in that purchase decision right now.
And any kind of special feature the home can have that others really can't truly boast. Now, as we said last month, it can get overwhelming tracking all these incentives, so I can only imagine how challenging it must be for buyers to navigate through all the marketing messages and determine the best deal. How are buyers navigating through their decision-making process with more product availability?
Yeah, it's a great question, Suze. Buyers are taking their time and they're increasingly more open to weighing their options by looking at different product types, locations, expanding their home searches beyond their current city into Tri-Cities as well. They are seeking the best value, which often means moving further east, considering a condo instead of a townhome, or opting for wood frame construction versus concrete.
Now, no wonder there have been more project launches in the Valley. Is there a particular project that's coming soon that stands out to you?
Well, one that we have on the horizon is Scout by Heinrichs Development, centrally located in the heart of Abbotsford. Scout comprises 99 iconic homes into a 6-story wood frame building. Now, Scout offers a variety of homes ranging from studios, 1 and 2 bedroom homes with Scandinavian-inspired interiors. Another Heinrichs project, really, really exciting.
Yeah, that's great, Britt. And with award-winning exterior design by David Tyrell architecture, it looks like Scout offers both style and convenience without any compromise. I particularly appreciate the metal cladding and the timber batten accents. What can you tell us about their sales campaign?
Yeah, well, they did have a successful realtor event, over 100 realtors in attendance, which is massive for Abbotsford. We are excited that Scout is now taking preview appointments and home selections prior to the public unveiling at the end of July. And who doesn't love the name Scout? Quite the story behind it. The developer for Heinrichs Developments, Gerald, actually named the project after one of his granddaughters. Her name is Scout, and so we're really looking forward to his future projects and seeing what other names come out for us.
I love that. I love that that's the name of a grandchild. I love that he named the project after it. And I also love that Gerald is so experienced. He's done so much in Abbotsford, and so everything he builds out there is of the highest quality, and he's got such a reputation for that.
Yeah, nothing like building a legacy and something to drive by and feel really proud of after the fact and completion too. So
without a doubt. Okay, so it sounds like now is the time to reach out to our sales team and get a look into this premier purchasing opportunity. Is that about right?
Absolutely nailed it. With that being said, let's jump into some project features and see what other Fraser Valley projects have been up to.
All right, starting off with Victory by Maskeen Group, located in the well-connected and ever-growing downtown area of Surrey. In Victory, Phase 1, there is a total of 216 units, of which 101 have been released to date. The project is advertising pricing starting from $349,900 for their studios up to $799,900 onwards for the 3-bedroom units with flex spaces.
Yeah, very, very attractive starting prices. Suze, what can you tell us about the floor plans and the offering?
Yeah, the studio units are quite compact with an interior square footage of 323 square feet. The layouts are tight, with the bed located in the kitchen living area, leaving little room for full living space that can incorporate a couch or a dining table. However, there are only 2 of these units within that first building. Of course, that price point comes with it. The junior 1-bedroom units are also compact at 403 square feet and start from $374,900 and onwards. However, with the retractable walls, there is separation between the living and bedroom spaces, allowing room for a couch, which is nice. Although incorporating a dining area is challenging, the wall kitchen design as opposed to an L shape or island eliminates the possibility of using bar stools. Having said all that, I mean, yes, those homes are tight, and so you would expect some compact things happening. But of course, that's all in service of trying to offer a really sharp price point.
Yeah, and the starting prices speak for themselves, attracting price-sensitive buyers drawn to those smaller home layouts.
Yeah, Victory features a range of bedroom types, so there really is a home for everyone here. Personally, I think the 1-bedroom and flex units ranging from 589 to 738 square feet and starting at 569.9 will garner some really good attention as well. These layouts comprise 30% of the product mix. They include bar stools for dining and some offer additional dining spaces. The flex spaces are ideal for an office, with most featuring a closet as well.
Yeah, and that flex space, as we know, traditionally gets used as a junior 2-bedroom. Ultimately, it comes down to buyer preference. Many buyers prioritizing having separate dining space, especially if they're a mature couple, a young family, or downsizer accustomed to the separate dining experience found in single-family homes.
Which really isn't that market, that product, yeah.
No.
Okay, they do offer some 2-bedroom units with a separate dining space as well, while others have bar stools as an option. All right, moving on to another Surrey project, but this one is located on the edge of the core in Surrey Centre North at its BridgeCity of Oviedo development.
Yeah, so this neighborhood is not directly in the core, but very close, close enough to enjoy the convenience while still being a bit removed from all the hustle and bustle of Surrey City Centre. The project is in close proximity to Gateway SkyTrain Station, has easy access to both New Westminster and Coquitlam, and offers panoramic views of the Fraser River. But what really makes this project stand out is its scale and the architectural design.
Yeah, that's right, Britt. They've launched the first of 2 buildings that comprise a total of 967 units. The exterior design is unique. It really does resemble a bridge. A 7-level podium connects the 2 buildings before they separate into their sort of respective towers, creating an almost swooping effect. Am I doing that justice? It might be one of those you have to see it to understand it.
I feel like you are. And they really did bridge the gap between the architecture and art. See what I did there? Marketing genius.
Oh gosh, with a project of this magnitude, you'd expect the amenities to be top notch. What are they offering?
So they are offering 55,000 square feet of indoor and outdoor amenities across both of the buildings and within different levels of the podium. On the first level, they feature an array of lobby amenities such as a pet spa, music room, golf simulator, mail parcel room, and there are also co-working spaces and an outdoor and indoor lounge. On the 7th level podium, they feature a fitness center, yoga, dance studio, indoor and outdoor lounge room, salt room, cold plunge, and a sauna. And lastly, their sky lounge features a kitchen and lounge, outdoor lounge area, digital game lounge, games room, and 2 karaoke screening rooms. We talked about this earlier. You love karaoke.
I guess they couldn't fit a full amusement park as well.
Oh, yeah, not quite.
And we'll be keeping a close watch on this project as sales move forward following their successful event in mid-June as they began realtor previews. Okay, Brett, lastly, we have a wood frame low-rise located in the charming Ladner Village. This is the first condominium launch in Ladner since 2019.
I have to say, I love Ladner Village. I was there not long ago. It's absolutely beautiful. This is an area that doesn't see a lot of activity despite Delta having more streamlined application process compared to other municipalities. Entering into a market with little development can pose its challenges for any program, including limited awareness among potential buyers and investors. Engaging pricing and demand actually becomes quite difficult without that benchmark to reference as well.
Yeah, on the plus side, you have the opportunity to attract local buyers like downsizers or parents purchasing for their children who wish to remain in their neighborhood. What can you tell us about their offering?
With an average price of $840,000 and an average size of 865 square feet, their overall price per square foot is around $975. They are providing a $5K credit on studios, 1-bedroom units, a $10K credit on homes up to $1 million, and a $20,000 credit on homes over $1 million. Realtors also receive a 2% flat tiered commission structure and a $2,500 to $10,000 bonus. It's a lot.
Yeah, and just to be clear, that 865 average size is actually quite large in our market. So we expect the price points to obviously actually still be fairly significant because the home sizes are larger. But obviously they're going after not a typical investor, but really an end user, likely a downsizer, someone who's got maybe a little bit more cash to play with.
Yeah, I think that all makes sense, Suze, with that buyer demographic, given the location's strong sense of community and its lack of proximity to rapid transit systems like the SkyTrain. That would be who I suspect will be their ideal target audience.
Yeah, have they had any sales success messaging yet?
Not quite. The project conducted realtor previews in May and unveiled their grand opening in June. I'm curious to see how they perform, as it's a generally subdued market in June, especially with this location where there is minimal activity. It's kind of that start and stop campaign and tactic that we were talking about earlier around previews and, developers waiting and seeing what demand is like.
But given we haven't seen product in that market for so long, maybe
Some pent-up demand. Yeah, pent-up demand for sure. I think it's always tricky, right? In that end user market, people are looking at their sale, especially those downsizers. Sometimes they're waiting for near completion before they make that purchase decision. It just becomes a bit of a shallow pool of buyers when that is your target audience.
as always, we have our fingers on the pulse and we will keep you updated.
All right, Suze, let's turn gears here and take a look at the resale stats.
Yeah, despite the interest rate cuts we saw last month, sales activity remained slow for June with only 1,317 sales recorded. That's more than a 28% drop compared to last year and about 30% below the 10-year average.
Yeah, there's absolutely no denying that the market is slow right now. However, I think it's important to highlight that the homes that are priced competitively are still seeing movement and are still selling.
Yeah, that's a good point. While it may take a bit longer compared to when the market was hot, homes that are priced appropriately are still selling within 3 to 4 weeks. However, many sellers are still holding out for higher prices and waiting for the market to rebound, which is contributing to our increased inventory.
And quite frankly, the inventory really is surging right now. We had 8,350 active listings in June, the highest that we've seen in the past 5 years. I think that tells a big story here.
Yeah, it seems like many buyers are still hesitant to jump back into the market despite these rate cuts. But I really believe now is the ideal time for buyers to make that move. When you finally got some choice like this, you've got some people maybe willing to negotiate. That's usually where the opportunity comes.
I absolutely agree with this much inventory on the market and sales to listing ratio of 16%. Buyers hold a lot of negotiation power right now in the market.
Yeah, so how are prices looking based on that?
Yeah, so considering the sluggish demand we've been seeing coupled with the highest inventory we've seen in a while, prices have actually remained relatively stable. For June, we are looking at a benchmark price of just over $1 million, which is a 0.5% decrease from May and a 3.2% decrease year over year.
Once again, I think a big reason prices aren't dropping significantly is because many sellers are holding out for higher prices. So while prices aren't necessarily decreasing, these homes just end up sitting on the market for longer.
Yeah, that's right. And despite prices remaining relatively stable over the past year, we're still down 3.2% in the last 12 months. If this current trends we're witnessing starts to persist, this gap could widen even further.
Okay, Britt, I believe that wraps up the latest edition of the Fraser Valley Presale Pulse. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and Newswire, our daily email newsletter providing you with the latest real estate news. We want you to stay informed and be real estate intelligent.
Yep, thank you so much for joining us today, and thanks to the Boffo team for letting us use this beautiful space at the Bassano Sales Gallery here in Brentwood. We'll be seeing you next month.